Collinwood in the year 1897. Somewhere on the great estate, a deformed and desperate Quentin Collins waits for the powers of a bizarre, disembodied hand to bring an end to the curse he has lived with. In desperation, he has enlisted the aid of Angelique to get the hand from the stranger who has it.
Now, this is you. Do you recognize yourself? Of course, not as dapper as you, but definitely you. Now turn around and he'll call to you in your own voice. What's your name?
Aristide, at your service.
Aristide. Ah, I like that. Turn around, Aristide. Let me see if I can fool you. Aristide.
It's not very good. It's not at all like my voice.
No. But I did fool you.
What's happening? What are you doing to me?
Can't you feel what I'm doing? I'm choking you.
Stop. Stop.
On one condition, that I get the hand.
The hand?
Yes, the hand. Give it to me quickly. You have very little time left. I'm waiting, dear, sweet Aristide. You know where the hand is. Now tell me.
Wait, I can't.
If you don't, you will die.
Please.
5 seconds, Aristide. You have 5 seconds to speak or to die. 1, 2, 3,
Melody.
4. Are you going to tell me?
Yes, but let me breathe.
Is that better? Now tell me where the hand is.
In a box. I buried it in the cemetery. Next to a tombstone.
What's the name on the tombstone?
The name is John Townsend.
Thank you.
May I have my handkerchief back now?
I'm not finished with it yet.
I told you what you wanted to know. What are you going to do?
It's not that I don't trust you, but you could become a nuisance, and I can't have that.
Beth?
Yes, Mr. Collins?
You're not going out now, are you?
For a little while, yes.
Well, make sure it's no more than that. You'll need your rest this evening. I want you to be up and ready to leave with me at sunrise.
Leave with you?
You will accompany Miss Judith and me to Portland.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
My sister's condition is worse. I'm placing her in Rushmore Sanitarium, where she can be properly looked after until she is herself again.
Sanitarium?
Oh, I'm sure it's just a matter of time before she completely recovers.
I hope so, Mr. Collins.
May I ask where you're going at this hour?
I'm going to look for Quentin. He hasn't been in the house since last night.
You should know by now that he's merely out on one of his sprees. When he tires of it, he'll come back. Unfortunately, he always does.
Do you object to my leaving?
He's merely trying to keep you from wasting your time.
I don't feel I am. Good night, Mr. Collins.
Aristide, wake up. Open your eyes. Get your feet.
I'm in pain. My head is throbbing.
Look at me. I said, look at me. You didn't get the hand, did you? Did you?
Yes, I got it, but
But you have it no longer.
I'll get it back. Believe me. Believe me, I'll get it back.
Which was it, Aristide? Liquor, a woman, an assailant, or a combination of all three?
She was no ordinary woman, Victor. She possessed powers. She almost killed me.
She should have killed you and spared me your ineptitudes.
Please listen to me, Victor. I'll find her. I'll bring the hand back.
No. Now that I'm here, I will get it back. Since our first attempt has failed, we must employ our alternate plan.
Might not be necessary.
Hand is vitally important to someone here. I suspect its power has already been used. Am I correct?
Yes.
Then it is imperative that I put in an appearance. My credentials are in perfect order. I will go to Collinwood at once, as soon as you answer a few questions, particularly about the woman you met.
Barnabas? Magda? Is anyone here? Barnabas, is that you?
Beth! Don't run from me. Please.
Quentin? It can't be you.
It is.
My God. What's happened to you? Your face.
Now sit down. You won't see it so clearly then.
Quentin, tell me what's happened to you.
It was a full moon again last night.
Yes, I know.
When the dawn came, I made the transformation to this.
You mean this is part of the curse?
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Except that I'd rather die than look like this the rest of my life.
Oh, don't talk that way.
Beth, you better go back to Collinwood and forget about me.
I can't do that.
You have to. For your own good. There's no future with me. Not the way I am. Now, please, Beth. Go away.
No, Quentin. We're going to find whatever is going to free you from this curse. And I'm going to stay here until we find it.
Angelique,
Yes, Edward.
would you come into the drawing room? I want to have a word with you. I received a rather surprising telephone call earlier this evening from Evan Hanley. He did his best to clear you of suspicion, but I must be frank with you and tell you that he did not succeed.
What do you mean?
The fact that Evan knew you before you met Barnabas certainly has nothing to do with your innocence. I believe that you've known all along what Barnabas is.
No, that isn't true.
Well, and I believe you know where he is now.
No, I don't. And I don't want to know.
If you had nothing to fear, then why did you run away?
I was terribly confused. I knew that everyone would suspect me of helping Barnabas. I didn't know what else to do.
Then you did know about him.
No. Only after we became engaged, not before.
And you remained silent while he was victimizing this community?
The victim of a vampire has no choice.
Victim?
I wanted to expose him, but he robbed me of my free will. Just as with Charity Trask, we were both his helpless slaves. It was the most shameful, degrading thing that's ever happened to me.
I will not be taken in by this show of emotion.
Edward, you may banish me from Collinwood if you wish, but before you do, I insist that you know the truth. When I met Barnabas for the first time, I was impressed by him, as impressed as you were. He was all charm, kindness. When I was with him, I felt warm, safe, secure. When I finally realized the truth, it was too late. I found myself trapped.
Trapped?
Barnabas invited me to the old house one evening. When I arrived, the house was dark, but the door was open. So I went inside and I called to him. He answered me from inside the drawing room. When I turned to greet him, when I saw him, it was not the Barnabas that I had come to know and love. I saw instead a horrible, evil-looking creature. I was terrified, too frightened to move. And then he slowly put his arms around me. And in a moment, I felt his teeth sink into my neck. And I fainted. And when I woke, Barnabas told me that I was to become his bride. And I had to agree. I had no power to resist him. I had to agree.
You poor child. I had no idea it was that way.
Shortly after Barnabas was exposed as being a vampire, the marks of my neck disappeared quite suddenly one day. And I was free again.
That's exactly what happened to Charity.
Edward, I don't know what I'm going to do or where I'll go. But I'm ready to leave Collinwood whenever you want me to.
No, my dear, there's no necessity for that. Under the circumstances, you may remain here until you make your future plans. Oh, excuse me.
I'm here to see Mr. Edward Collins.
Oh, do come in. I'm Edward Collins.
Then this is the moment I've long anticipated with pleasure. My name is Victor Fenn Gibbons. I bring you greetings from our mutual friend in England, the Earl of Hampshire.
The Earl of Hampshire?
He asked me to give you this. I suspect it will tell you whatever you may wish to know about me.
Well, it tells me that he thinks very highly of you. I'm honored to meet you, Mr. Fenn Gibbons. Are you in America on business?
Pleasure. You see, I've led a very active life. Strenuous, dangerous occasionally. I intend to put all that behind me.
Well, you are welcome to stay here at Collinwood for the duration of your visit.
You are most gracious, Mr. Collins, but I should hate to impose.
Oh, not at all. The Earl of Hampshire is a good, dear friend of mine. I would not offend him by not having you stay anywhere but at Collinwood. We will welcome your presence as an honored guest and a mutual friend of the Earl's. Oh, Angelique, I would like you to meet Mr. Victor Van Gibbons from England, Angelique Duval.
Angelique Duval. Are you French, my dear?
I was born in this country, but my ancestors are from Martinique.
I've been in most of the French colonies, from the Aleutians to the Wallis and Futuna Islands. And may I say that I never found one of them to be as exquisite as I find you.
Thank you very much. Now, if you excuse me, I'll be on my way. I promised to take something to a friend in town. Edward, thank you so much for being so kind, so understanding.
We will speak later, Angelique.
Good night.
Charming girl.
Yes, very. Let's go into the drawing room and have some brandy and discuss our mutual friends.
Thank you. By the way, there's something I should explain. My voice. I can barely speak above a whisper. I served with Kitchener in the Sudan. The knife of a tribesman caught me just above the shoulder blade. The tip pierced my throat. Almost gave me up for dead.
Good heavens.
Splendid man, Kitchener. Integrity, pride. A bit too much pride, perhaps, but still a man among men, if you know what I mean.
Good, you got it.
Yes, the hand is in this box. Soon now, Quentin, very soon, your troubles will be over.
Quentin, what is she talking about? What hand?
I'll show you, Beth.
No, Quentin, don't open the box. You came in contact with the hand once before, and look what happened to you. Oh, let me handle it this time.
Handle what?
Well, Quentin can explain it all to you in time, Beth, but now you must leave.
Leave?
Yes, go back to Collinwood. What's to be done must be done between Quentin and me.
Quentin, I can't leave you here.
Beth, you said you'd do anything to help me, didn't you?
Of course, but I...
Well, the only way you can help me now is by going back to Collinwood and waiting for me there. Please, Beth.
All right. I'll wait for you there.
There'll be no difficulty. I have a carriage waiting for me at the gate.
Splendid.
Thank you again for your hospitality to me.
I look forward to your return. I'll have the servants prepare your room.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Thank you.
Why don't you start? We don't have much time.
Well, you've waited this long, you can wait a little longer. Besides, we haven't settled on our price.
A price? For what?
I told you that if I found the hand and used it to help you, there'd be a price.
Well, what is it?
I want you to marry me, Quentin.
Marry you? You want me to marry you?
Yes,
Well, you know what I am. Why would you want to marry me?
I have my reasons.
What are they?
It isn't necessary that you know what they are. That's my price. Agree, and I'll help you. Disagree, and you can fend for yourself.
Well, I don't want to stay like this. I accept.
Good.
Now, let's get started.
Yes, all right. I want you to sit over there. I'll be ready in just a moment. Lucifer, master of all the revolted spirits, I entreat thee to favor me in the adjuration which I address to thee. I beg thee to protect me in my undertaking, be propitious to me, and allow me to use the powers of this hand to do my bidding.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The hand is pulling away from me. I have no control over it. I don't understand its powers. It's as if it's It's alive!
It's on me! No! No! The pain's starting. And I know it's impossible. There isn't a full moon, but it's happening. Angelique, do something!
I don't
Do
know
something.
what to do. I don't know what to do.
No, no. Oh, no, don't let it happen again.